Hi, it's me Russell, and I'm back again for another Miss Malaika pyramid video. This week was the cooking task, and this week they were baking sweet sumptuous muffin. Why am I saying sweet sumptuous muffin? Like I tasted it. Yeah, I didn't taste it. I wasn't there. In this episode, the cooking episode, they are judged by their cooking skills, the taste of their food, and their presentation. I am not there, so I cannot give my opinion on that. But since it's more a relaxed episode and they get to showcase their personality, we get to see them in a different light that we are used to seeing them. I'll be judging them based by that, by their screen presence, their charisma, their eloquence, their gracefulness and poise. I am judging them based by how they are able to maintain their composure in the heat, in under the pressure, going up and down, looking crazy. How well they were able to maintain their confidence, their poise, and their grace and beauty. With eloquence as well. Metrics for analyzing the delegates will be in the description below. This pyramid has 5 tiers, and from the bottom of the pyramid, we have the Honourable Mention tier. Next up above that is the soft land tier. After that is Sickening tier. Above that is the main character energy, and the top of the pyramid, that's the elite tier, the elite class as well, where the delegates who have shown that yes, they are here to win the crown, they are giving us something to vote for, they are giving us queen vibe. Those are the delegates making it to the top tier. And in this episode, they are going to be paired as they were paired in the episode, based by their group's pairing. So without much talking, let's get into the pyramid and see which delegate or which group made it to which tier and what they need to be bringing in the next episode. Before I start this thing, let me give a shout out to Ayetemi and McQueen. Like, they were one of my favorites and they were evicted. Although I knew McQueen was likely to be evicted, I didn't see Ayetemi's own coming, and I was a bit shocked by that. But anyway, I'm wishing them the best in their endeavors. They did well, kudos, and go be great. Now to the pyramid, starting off with the Honourable Mention at the bottom of the pyramid tier. One of the two groups that made it to the Honourable Mention is Hamdia and Gillian. They were very interesting on screen, but not too interesting. They were not very memorable, and they didn't get enough screen time because they didn't have wow moment for us to enjoy, for the producers to give to us. But I still don't have strong confidence of them making it to the next stage if they don't get enough vote. So these are possible contestants. I feel like they are likely to be evicted if they don't get enough vote, because they are not giving me their A game yet. I know they are warming up to the competition, they are taking it one step at a time, but the vote doesn't take one step at a time. So it's very tricky. This is very tricky. I don't know their game plan, but whatever that they are doing, I think they need to put their best foot forward and be on our face so that we can remember them and keep voting for them. The next group on the Honourable Mention tier is Zoe and Candy. Although they made it to the Honourable Mention, I still feel like this group are likely to win this task. Or if they don't win this task, I don't think they are going home. Any of them are not going home. They have what I call the top 10 factor. I see them making it to top 10, but that withstanding, I feel like they need to work harder and make sure that they are always on top of the pyramid. Also, with Candy has been good so far. She's I would say, a contender to look out for. Zoe is also warming up. I like Zoe, like I like her fierce look, But however, this is Miss Malaika. This is a beauty pageant. So we like to see the bubbly side of her. We like to see her smile more. Most of her pictures, she doesn't smile. She just gives us this fierce look, which is good. But as I said, it's Miss Malaika, and we like to see a bit versatile of her. So she should smile more. Although smile with the eyes is good, but also smile with the face and the whole body as well. Because sometimes she looks, let me say this, let me just be honest. Sometimes she looks a little bit angry, mad. That's a good look, but sometimes it comes off a little bit like she's angry or annoyed, or she doesn't like the place, or she's not enjoying the pageant, which I shouldn't be so. We like to see the fun, bubbly side of her. Now, moving it to the soft land tier, and the only group making it to the soft land tier is Tilly and Pfizer. They were interesting pair. I think I like Pfizer's personality. Pfizer is more bubbly and uplifting. I enjoy her personality. I watch her on the Miss Malaika Diaries on Joy Prime, and she was very lively, very entertaining, and you could get into her vibe. Tilly is also up and coming. When I say up and coming, she's also warming up. I'm also getting a sense that she's trying to put her best foot forward. She looks like a fun, cutie lady, and I'm trying to see that how far she goes with that. But that strategy works for her, I don't know. But like I said in my previous video, Tilly needs to gather more votes and also put in extra work. Like she needs to work 10 times harder, no sleep. Same as Pfizer, they need to work 10 times harder, no sleep. Although the votes are coming in, their works needs to match up with the vote. And if not, I'm sorry, they might not make it to the top 10. That I'm hoping that they do make it. Moving on to the next tier, which is the Sickening tier, and the only group that made it to the Sickening tier is Chelsea and Erica. Chelsea and Erica, I feel like they are safe delegates. When I say safe delegate, they are delegate. You can't really predict if they are going to be evicted or if they are still in the competition. They are just in between there. That's why they made it to the Sickening tier. I feel like they need to put in more effort in their screen presence. When they come on screen, they should own it. They don't own their screen presence, and I feel like we need to get a wow moment from them. They need a wow moment. That's what I'm looking out for. They did very well. Although they didn't get very good comments from them judges, so I'm not tipping them to win this task, but I still feel like they're okay delegates, and they are likely to make it past this eviction. But Chelsea, it's a 50-50. She's likely to be evicted, she's likely to stay, so she's a safe delegate, so you can't really pinpoint that okay, they are going or they are staying. But anyways, I hope they stay in because I'd like to know more about them. Now let's move to the main character energy tier, and this tier has 4 groups making it to this tier. I was quite surprised because I feel like they were very engaging. I enjoyed them and all, although they missed a little few details which didn't put them onto the elite class, but they did well. So starting off with Esther and Sylvia. I think Sylvia is beginning to assert herself in the competition, and she's someone I won't be surprised to see her in top 5. She's that kind of delegate who very unassuming, and you can easily rule them out as the underdog, but boom, they show up. And I also feel like Esther is also trying to play that route, like she's trying to prove like, oh, she's the unassuming, the underdog, then later on in the competition she pops up on her. And in this season, I don't feel like such a strategy will work because all the delegates have something. It's not the other seasons whereby you could clearly tell that okay, this delegate has it, but this one all the delegates have it. So you can't clearly pinpoint that okay, this is the delegate. So if your strategy is let me be low key in the beginning, when you get to the middle, I start to pick up, and when we get to the grand final, I show you all I have. I don't think that will be in your best favor. Like I keep saying, put your best foot forward. Always show up and show out. And that's what I need from them. Because other than that, if they don't get enough vote, that strategy of theirs will fail. And let me say this, no delegate has asserted her dominance yet. So I feel like this is the right period for you to assert your dominance, like claim your spot. And they are not claiming their spot. And I see a lot of potential in Esther, but I feel like she's a bit laid back. The next group on the main character energy tier is Nana Butchie and Akosia. I think these delegates did well, but they didn't own the screen. Like I always say, they should own the screen. I feel like in this episode, Akosia was stepped back a bit. She was a bit laid back, one step down. I don't know how to feel about that, but I feel like she didn't own the screen a lot, and she wasn't quite memorable in this episode. I think I like Nana Butchie as well. This episode, I feel like she was one step better than her previous episode, and she's giving me the underdog vibe that you could say that okay, there's a consistent groove in there. I like that. I hope she's getting enough vote to keep her safe and so that she'll be able to implement. But like I said, this kind of strategy will not work well in this competition. Maybe if it was a different season. Although I did enjoy their screen time, but there was no wow moment. They were memorable, but not extremely stunning memorable that I am looking for. This competition there's no time to play it safe anymore. They will not win this tax. That's not saying that they cannot win. They can win, but I don't see them winning this tax. And if they are not winning this tax, then they have to rely on their vote. And if they are not giving us wow moment, how are they going to get the votes from us? How are they going to amass the vote? How are they convincing us to vote for them? Now, the next group on the main character energy is Tracy and Hannah. I feel like that was a very wonderful pair. Like their vibe matched well with each other, and they were entertaining to watch. I was rooting for them though, but the reason why they didn't make it to the top of the pyramid as the elite class is because they didn't get good reviews from the judges based by their their baking. But I feel like I like their energy. They were very interesting. I got to see a side of Tracy that I've not seen, and I like that. And also Hannah is growing a bit on me. She's gradually growing on me. She's becoming a favorite though, and I like them. Although I don't have strong conviction that they will win this tax, but I have a strong conviction that they'll get enough vote. Tracy received the highest vote last episode. Was she maintaining this episode? Based by her vibes and energy, I can say that yes, she's likely to. However, I feel like Hannah might also surprise us to get enough vote to keep her in the running because, like I said, she has that vibe. Like they are picking momentum for the competition, and I like that. I would like to see more of them and see that okay, what's their strategy and are they trying to own the space? I like a delegate who owns the space. Let's see in the next episode for them. The last group on the main character energy is Paulina and Essie. Well, I won't be surprised if they win this tax. I don't know, but I won't be surprised if they win this tax. But I did enjoy their chemistry on screen. I think they were very engaging. They give me this influencer vibe. I think that was one of the reasons why they were able to progress to the top of the pyramid, which is the elite class, because I was getting more of influencing vibes than a beauty queen. Like, it's just a fine line between that, and that's what I really get more from Paulina. She gave me this influencing social media kind of girly, which is not bad, but this is Miss Malaika. We are looking for a queenly representation, and that I won't say she's not a queen. She's a queen in her own right. But when it comes to Miss Malaika, there are criteria. I don't make the rules. So you have to fit into those criteria, and that is something that I'm a bit concerned for Paulina. And also, I think I like a different side of AC that I saw. I think AC is a whole vibe. She's very entertaining. No wonder she does music. You can be you can be a singer and be more boring. So I like that for AC, but I feel like their personality was more like a social media, vlogging, content creator vibe. They weren't giving me a little more graceful, just a little, not too much graceful and everything. They were authentic. Their true character and nature was showing. I like that. But they should have sprinkled a little bit of gracefulness, elegance in there. They got it. It's not that they don't have it. They have the potential, but they need to unleash that and tame the social media a little bit. Not too much, just one step down. Anyway, if they win the tax, congratulations. If they don't win the tax, I hope they get enough votes to keep them running, because they are definitely top 10 girlies. The only group that made it to the elite class tier is Daniela and Karen. I was quite surprised though, although I'm not too surprised, but I felt like one of the key things that pushed them to the elite class tier is their consistency. I think they come up with a certain vibe and they maintain that vibe. They were giving us princesses doll moment. They were cutie. They were a little bit bubbly here and there. They were eloquent. They were graceful. They were very poised as well. Very poised, graceful, and I like that. Although they sounded that they didn't know what they were doing and everything, at the end of the day, the judges were quite impressed with their bakery. I won't be surprised if they win it, but I'm not tipping them to win. They are not the people that I'm hoping for them to win. But what pushed them onto the elite class is their consistency of their poiseness, gracefulness, smile. Even when the camera is not them and it cuts to them, you see that they are smiling already. It's like they are embodying the Miss Malaika energy. They are embodying the queen energy. They are showing us that with or without the crown, we already are queens. With or without Miss Malaika, we already are Miss Malaika material. And I like that. And that is what pushed them onto the pyramid. Last week, Daniela wasn't in the elite class, but this is the second time coming back to my elite class. Karen is growing step by step. She was the main character energy. A week before that, I think she was the Sickening or soft launch, and now she's in the main. She's in the elite class. I'm looking at, okay, next week, let's see what these girls come up with. Would they maintain this elite class status, or would it drop a step down? I don't know. At this point, the competition is anybody's game. I need them to bring their wow factor. That is what I'm looking at from the delegates from now on. A wow factor, a stamp that says that yes, I am the next Miss Malaika Queen. Give me the crown. They all got it, but they just need to show us their potential, their hunger, their desire for the crown. That is it. Anyway, I hope they get enough vote to keep them running to become the next Miss Malaika girl, because these two are definitely top 10 girlies and they deserve the vote to be in the top 10. This is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. There are a lot of content out there, but you choose to watch me. See you in the next one, which I think will be the fun night or fitness. I'm saying fitness because it's been a long time since they did a fitness challenge, and I like to see the girls in a competitive, aggressive mode. Anyway, this is it for this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this year's Miss Malaika delegate, and who is winning and who is not winning. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.